are Brides Maids App. We are a collaborative tool for your bridal party to simplify and de-stress the wedding planning process. Meet Olivia. Olivia has just been asked by her best friend to be a bridesmaid in her wedding.
Hold on, that's really what this chaos looks like. I lost her for 6 months. I ain't got time for that.
So this slide just stresses me out just looking at it, to be honest. And this represents all the things a bridesmaid needs to think about in the pre-wedding events. It shows how much money she'll have to spend. It shows all of the events, the bridal shower, the bachelorette party, and the big day. Each bridesmaid will spend, on average, over $1,600 for an event, for the wedding. So Olivia is a bridesmaid, and Olivia spends over $1,600, and there are about 10.5 million Olivias nationally. That creates a $17 billion market of bridesmaids that's virtually untouched. I was one of those 17 billion, and it was such a pain being a maid of honor in 2 weddings, and I had nothing to organize with the bridesmaids that were out of town, and there was 3 events, and everybody had different opinions and budgets to coordinate, and so this was something I looked forever for something for, and I couldn't find it. So we got overwhelming feedback from our surveys and from our social media platforms that this is something users are looking for. And this is a quote from one of our users saying, "Communication's been hard. If I delegate different tasks, I don't know when they'll actually do them." And this is a common thing we heard from our users, that they want to know, if things are happening. Another thing the bridesmaids wanted was they wanted to know what vendors they could use, options, and what the other bridesmaids thought about those options. So our secondary opportunity was with the vendors. There are small boutiques that get lost in the shuffle of the bridal industry, and they're not even focusing on those 10.5 million bridesmaids out there. On our screen here are 9 local vendors that are paying clients. They put their logo on our screen, and they're featured on our on our website and our app. And some of these are big local names, such as Henna Jewelers. So these vendors also want to get their name out there, so it's a win-win for them. And this is a quote from one of our vendors: "Exposure is a challenge for our rural business. We'd love to break into the Pittsburgh market. Bridesmaids App would give us the exposure we need."
As the husband in the sales mind, my first question is, where does the money come from? We've identified a lot of different ways, and being an app business, there are a lot of ways that you can monetize. However, we found these most impactful. The first one being something we've already started to do. Version 2.0 means our vendors were actually already asking us, can we give you more money for more visibility? Awesome. And after that, we're going to have an affiliate marketing program where it's going to be keyword triggered. In a moment, you're going to see a demonstration where there's a task list for individuals. So let's say Betty needs shoes. Shoes will trigger a shoe company that's in her area, and she can just hop on there, and we'll get a revenue share from that. Next, we'll partner with Shutterfly. They can actually create the book right on the app, buy it, and Shutterfly will send a revenue share to us for that affiliation. And lastly, we want to be acquired by the not.com. We used it.
So this weekend, we started developing 2 apps for an iOS and for Android. And what we did is we looked at the feedback we got from our social media platforms to determine what were the features that the users wanted and what we could use to monetize, like we mentioned. We narrowed down to 6 features, but 2 features we specifically wanted to focus on in our MVP. So the first one here in the middle shows our task list that we'd like to use, which would be a task list where you could assign tasks specifically to the rest of the bridal party and see the progress of those tasks. But it would use the keyword search feature to be able to do affiliate marketing. And the second one would be our vendor search. So as the bride party is planning what vendors to use, they search, and our preferred partners rise to the top of the search list. So it allows them to pick the best options, and part of our monetization strategy as well. So really, this was just an idea I came up with, and I had no idea if it was something that other bridesmaids out there were struggling with or wanted. But after 54 hours and an amazing team here, working together, we got a beautiful working website up together. We have a presence on 4 social media platforms, and we have started developing 2 apps. And we have 9 paying customers, did I mention? So if you would like to be the first one to use this app, go to our site and sign up. You can be one of the first users. Or also, if you'd like to be one of our amazing sponsors, you can click the link to advertise with the Brides Maids App.
All right.